Welcome to Unusual Curiosity. I'm Tracy.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Taylor.
This episode covers a real-life case, including extreme violence and criminal charges. All individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listener discretion is advised.
Some cases are disturbing because of what happened. Others are disturbing because who was involved. The case of Rebecca K. Park is both. This is a real unfolding case out of northern Michigan, and one that involves family betrayal, extreme violence, and allegations so disturbing that even seasoned investigators have publicly described them as evil personified. Everything you're about to hear is based solely on verified reporting, court filings, and official statements as of today. Rebecca K. Park was 22 years old. She lived in Wexford County, Michigan. She was 38 weeks pregnant, just days away from giving birth. Rebecca had been adopted and raised by a different family, though she remained in contact with her biological relatives later in life. According to those close to her, she was excited to become a mother. She had prepared for the baby and had plans for the future. Those plans ended in early November 2025. On November 3rd, 2025, Rebecca was at or near the home of her biological mother, Courtney Bartholomew, in Boone Township, a rural area near Manistee National Forest. Witnesses later told investigators they saw Rebecca get into a dark-colored vehicle outside that home late in the evening. This is the last confirmed sighting of Rebecca Park alive. Investigators later discovered Rebecca's cell phone was found abandoned near her biological mother's property. Earlier that same day, Rebecca had received approximately $2,000 from a family inheritance, a detail noted during the investigation, though authorities have not publicly stated whether it played a role in the crime. After that night, Rebecca vanished. On November 4th, after Rebecca failed to return home or respond to calls and messages, the missing person report was filed by her sister, Kimberly Park, who had not heard from Rebecca and knew something was wrong. Law enforcement, the Wexford County Sheriff's Office, immediately began treating the case seriously, especially given Rebecca's advanced pregnancy. Search efforts expanded quickly. For 21 days, the search for Rebecca intensified. Local law enforcement, Michigan State Police, volunteers, drones, and canine units all searched dense sections of the Manistee National Forest and surrounding rural roads. A $1,000 reward was offered for information. Friends, family, and community members held vigils and organized independent search efforts. Her fiancé spoke publicly, pleading for help. Despite the massive effort, there were no confirmed sightings. On November 25th, just 2 days before Thanksgiving, volunteer searchers discovered human remains in a wooded area off a 2-track road in Manistee National Forest. Taylor, do you want to tell everybody what a 2-track road is?
Yeah, a 2-track road is basically a bigger trail. You can think of it as like something you can take a side-by-side or like snowmobiles in the winter. They're very popular in northern Michigan.
Thank you. The remains that were found were later positively identified as Rebecca Park. The autopsy revealed a devastating fact. Rebecca was no longer pregnant. Her unborn baby was not found with her body. At that moment, the case officially became one of the most disturbing homicide investigations in recent Michigan history. On December 2nd, 2 people were arrested and arraigned. Courtney Bartholomew, Rebecca's biological mother, and Bradley Bartholomew, Courtney's husband and Rebecca's stepfather, not biologically related to Rebecca. They were charged with first-degree premeditated murder, felony murder, torture, conspiracy to commit torture, assault of a pregnant person causing miscarriage or stillbirth, conspiracy to commit that assault, unlawful imprisonment, removal of a dead body. Both were denied bond and remain jailed. Prosecutors described the crime as evil personified. According to probable cause affidavits, the court filings, prosecutors allege the followings. Rebecca was lured into her biological mother's home. She was forced into a vehicle. She was driven into a wooded area. She was tortured. She was stabbed. Her unborn baby was forcibly removed from her womb. Court documents allege Rebecca was alive during portions of this attack. These details are allegations, not convictions, but they form the legal basis for the charges. So what happened to the baby? Initially, authorities stated only that the baby was not found with Rebecca's remains. Later, court documents reported and media alleges that the baby did not survive. The infant's body was allegedly placed in a cooler or a lunchbox. It was later disposed of. However, law enforcement has not released a formal public statement confirming these details outside of the court filings. As of today, there has been no official public confirmation of the recovery details. Information about the baby's remains are partially sealed and legally sensitive. So we won't know anything about the whereabouts or the details of the baby until it goes to court or the case is completed.
Do you think even if it does, like even if those details are released in court, that we'll ever know?
I don't know.
Because it's so graphic and it has to do with a baby.
Yeah. I mean, if it goes to trial, it will come out at trial. If it does not go to trial and they happen to plea bargain, I don't know if that will ever be formally talked about. You could probably request things with the Freedom of Information Act and get that information, but I'm not sure if it probably won't be reported by mainstream media. Not sure. Time will tell. So who was the baby's father? This is one of the most confusing and disturbing aspects of the case. Here is what is factually known. There is no official DNA paternity test results that have been released publicly. The court affidavits reported by media include conflicting claims. According to the reports on those affidavits, Courtney Bartholomew allegedly claimed that her husband, Bradley, was the father of Rebecca's unborn baby. Rebecca's fiance, Richard Fowler, has not been Conficially? Yep. That's what
New
I
word.
said. I make shit up as I go.
Sorry, Mom.
I declare bankruptcy. That's what came to my head right now. I don't know why.
Why are we always quoting off?
I don't know, because it's so great.
Because it's the best show
My
ever.
brain is bankrupt
Relatable.
right now. Rebecca's fiance, Richard Fowler, has not been officially confirmed as the father in any of the released documentation. These statements are within the affidavits. They are not proven biological conclusions. There are 2 additional arrests, though, that are connected to the case, but not of the murder. So Kimberly Park, Rebecca's sister, biologically and adoptive, was allegedly charged, or she allegedly provided false or misleading statements to investigators about Rebecca's whereabouts and last movements. She filed or contributed to a false missing person report, according to charging documents. She withheld or altered information that investigators later determined was relevant to the timeline of Rebecca's disappearance. Court documents reported by news outlets state that Kimberly Park told investigators she had been in a romantic relationship with Rebecca's fiance, Richard Fowler. And
Hold up. Before the relationship, like Rebecca in his relationship, or during?
Those details were not disclosed.
I'm gonna
hold on.
assume.
But hold on, that's not all.
Keep your pants on.
Oh
Okay,
my
go.
gosh. So she also claimed that her mother was having a relationship with him.
Bro's got too much dip on his chip. With all 3 of them?
All 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shnikes.
Can I just add this bit of information? Okay. He is 43 years old.
Is he really? Is
He
he
is
really?
he is 43
she was
years old.
22?
Becca was 22. You want to take a guess on how old Kimberly is?
Oh gosh. 18?
She's 21.
Okay, so she's
Okay.
still.
You made that sound way worse.
Okay, I
mean,
did.
oh
but,
my
like,
gosh.
It's bad enough.
But still, yeah. See, though,
That's 22 years.
He's banging the whole family.
Bro's got too much dip on his chip.
But have you seen his picture?
Yeah, I can
no.
provide.
What's he look like?
I can provide. Are you ready?
No.
No. He don't have that much game.
My mama taught me if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all.
Oh.
So I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Would you like me to show Kimberly?
Yeah. I taught my children better than myself.
Okay,
But I am
this
a member
is
of the I Do
Rebecca's-
Not Care Club.
This is Rebecca's sister, Kimberly.
Oof. I mean, oh wow.
That's That's sad.
Oh, look
I'm not
at
gonna
their
lie.
mom.
I haven't seen.
Like
Oof.
Kimberly.
Rebecca
Her and
was definitely
Kimberly,
the
yeah.
most beautiful of the whole group.
That is Bradley.
I just
Okay,
the
so he
stepdad?
doesn't look so bad. I mean,
You know what? Low key,
Mm.
these people kind of look familiar.
Hey.
This is Rebecca.
okay, well, other than the duck
Yeah.
lips and the selfie, she doesn't look too bad.
Don't hate on the duck lips and selfies, okay, Mom?
I hate that.
I want to
You were
know
a
what was
teenager
the
in 2016, so
No, I was not. Thank you.
I want to know what the timeline of the relationships were. Like, was it the mom and then Kimberly and then Rebecca? Or were they like all intertwined somehow?
I'm gonna
Like all
say
cheating on one another?
the mom was before any of them because they're
Okay.
relatively the same age, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and then it was probably Rebecca, but then he met Kimberly, so they were probably at the same time. You know, like Rebecca, both, and now it's just Kimberly. Because it sounds like to me, reading this, what I was reading, they're still together. I don't know about after.
Wait.
She
who's
was
still together?
engaged. He was engaged to Rebecca.
Well, yeah, but engaged ain't married.
Are they in a
Yes,
throuple? Is that they call that a
Another
throuple?
office quote.
That's new meaning to
throuple?
sister wives.
Ugh,
Anyway,
literally.
Yikes. My gosh.
I'm
what
sorry.
a mess that
Like,
if a member of your family has dated or been with someone, then you
You're
should
not with
not
them.
You
date
don't
or
date
be
them.
with them. And that has
No.
happened in my family. I'm just saying, it
Ugh.
has happened in my family, not my immediate family, just to say, my extended family. It should never happen.
That
Off
creates
limits.
so much unnecessary drama.
So much drama.
It's like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, and it's probably not gonna be nice, but I'm just gonna say it. The people that are like that tend to do the same things.
Yes, they do. You're right. Maybe it's because Wexford County is so low population. There's just not enough people to go around.
There's things called dating apps, people, and there's like
Yeah.
you can go up to a lot of miles on that. So
Yeah, move away from your area and find somebody outside of your zip code.
Yeah. So who's all in custody right now?
Taylor. Oh, wait.
Okay.
We got to finish this part.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you haven't said
So
any of this.
we said that those statements have not been independently verified by prosecutors, but Richard Fowler, Rebecca's fiance, was also arrested on methamphetamine related charges. He was not charged with homicide, and authorities have emphasized that only Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew are charged with murder. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Taylor,
But I can
where's
make
everybody at?
assumptions.
You can make whatever assumption you want, but facts are the facts. And our judicial system says you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty. Period.
You are right.
Taylor, what do you have for who's still in jail?
Okay, so it sounds like Kimberly was arrested for allegedly lying about the whereabouts and stuff like that. So she was arrested, but she is now released after her arrest. She's currently on house arrest. So I don't know. She's not in jail, but she's on house arrest because her bail was reduced from $750,000 to $5,000.
Oh,
And she was released last week.
okay. How about Richard Fowler?
I don't know. He was also released
Okay.
because
Is he not under house arrest? His charges really didn't have anything to do with the case. Just because
No,
he's
his
drug.
not related, but loopholes. So it sounds like the only two people that are still in jail are Courtney and Bradley because they are both facing the one count of premeditated murder and all the other ones you listed.
Okay. So yeah, both murder suspects remain jailed without bond as of today. No trial date has been publicly announced. Pre-trial hearings and discovery are ongoing. Prosecutors continue reviewing evidence and portions of the investigation remain sealed. This case is active and ongoing. So we won't know a lot more information until it goes to official court or they do a plea deal. So a crazy twisty turning case.
Yeah. Did we mention that Kimberly went to the police about Fowler?
No, do tell. What is
Okay.
this?
So Kimberly Park, Rebecca's sister, went to the police and basically said that the fiance said to her while she was staying at his house told her that something went wrong while trying to cut the baby out of Rebecca. So Richard allegedly confessed to Kimberly that he killed Rebecca or had a part in doing it.
I wonder. I don't believe that's true. I mean, she was charged with lying.
Once you lie, how can you be trusted like that?
Yeah, and if he really
She's-
did it, they would not have, if they thought he did it, they would not have let him out of jail. Because she was
Yeah.
arrested and charged with providing false or misleading statements to investigators, contributing or filing a false missing person reports, or withheld or altered information that investigators later determined was relevant to the timeline of Rebecca's disappearance. So that story would fall into those charges. You know what I mean? Like she made that story
Yeah.
up to kind of throw them off the case or
Yeah.
throw
Did
them in a
you-
different direction.
Is there a date that she said all that to them about?
No, that was the
The first-
affidavit. So I'm guessing it would have been probably this December 2nd when they arrested everybody. It sounds like they probably all got arrested around the same time and charged with different things.
Okay, because this says Kimberly said that on Tuesday, November 4th, like I said, while she was at Fowler's house, that's when he told her. So on November 4th, she's saying Fowler told her all this.
Yeah, that was the day that she reported Rebecca missing. So she could have
Why
just
would if you knew this was told to you, why would you report them missing and not say this is that we haven't seen her, she thinks she's missing, but I also have all this information, that she
Yeah.
could possibly have been murdered.
Yeah. And it's quite
crazy to me.
possible. I mean, they didn't find her body until the 25th. So I'm
So it's like-
guessing between the 25th and the 2nd, they're interviewing all these people, right? And Kimberly is probably trying to spew a bunch of information to throw them off or, whatever. She obviously lied about something she was charged with. It doesn't specify what she lied about, but that story would make sense and track with what she was charged with. When was he released from jail?
It does not say. Let me see. The same time, so last week.
Okay.
But I also just read that Kimberly made a statement that Fowler had told her that Rebecca had been taken care of and not to worry about it. So just more information that she allegedly heard, and that he told her to lie about it.
Interesting.
Like any other, I've listened to so many crime stories that this is just like, stories like this are so repetitive because they all do the same thing.
Yeah. And the motives for
That
why
makes-
people kill are just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That almost makes
Stupidest
me
stuff.
think, it almost makes me think that maybe she had a part in it too.
Maybe.
The sister?
Yeah. Did she also get the money?
I don't know. I wondered about that too, because I'm doubting that $2,000 came from the biological family. It probably came from the adopted family. And if that was the case, you would think the other siblings would get the same amount of money, right?
Maybe. But also, if Rebecca was the oldest, who's to say that she got it first? Maybe they gave it to her just because she was having a baby,
Yeah, but it sounds like it was an inheritance. So somebody died and then they got money. I mean, it's possible that somebody gifted it to her and not the other people. So that maybe that made her a target for her biological family.
How awful, though. That's your biological family. The people that you're supposed to trust and think want the best for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't even have words for how incredibly sad this is and how disgusting it would be to kill your own child. I don't know. I can't fathom.
Especially that way. Like, I mean, there's killing it and then there's just taking it overboard. And that to me is just way overboard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Kimberly was the first person arrested.
Oh, really?
Her sister. Yeah, it says Kimberly Park spoke with the investigators from Wexford County Sheriff Office throughout the investigation to her sister's murder. She was also the first person arrested in connection with the murder when she was booked into custody just hours after Rebecca's body was discovered on the 25th.
So they must have been
November
on
25th.
them for a while.
Well, they always suspect the family when someone goes missing, right? So they're already investigating from the start, even if they
Yeah.
don't have the body yet.
Yeah.
So she also told investigators on the November 22nd, she reported that Courtney and Brad had struck Rebecca in the head, causing her to have a seizure, and when they were unable to revive Rebecca from the seizure, Brad contacted a friend who came and picked up Rebecca's body and took it away, according to the affidavit.
But didn't someone say that the last known sighting was her getting into a vehicle?
Yes.
So did they make it look like she was still conscious and like two people carried her out?
No, I think
And
her
who's-
sister
Arms over
lied.
shoulders.
If this is true, who's the friend that took her body away because he'd be an accessory of murder?
Mm-hmm.
How do you not love your sister enough to want justice for her? You know what I
I don't
mean?
know,
Like,
not
these
everybody
two
has
were
a relationship.
no, but they were
like
raised
that.
together. They were biological and adopted to the same family. So they grew up together. If she witnessed her biological mother beating her, and I mean, why? I don't understand why you would not run right to the police and be like, this is what's happening. I don't know. I guess I'm,
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know people's thought processes. You know, if they're on drugs, they're on alcohol, if they're just not mentally stable.
yeah, jealous.
Jealous.
The more I read this article, the more it just is mind-boggling. So Bradley allegedly told officials, the stepdad, that the couple could not adopt a child because he was registered as a sex offender.
Does it say for what?
It doesn't.
He's a registered sex offender, so they couldn't adopt a child, and they wanted a child. Yeah, you don't need a
Mhm.
child.
That almost makes me think like they did have a part in it. Like they didn't want Rebecca, but they wanted the baby. So when they were trying to remove the baby, it obviously killed both of them because
What
they
in your
wanted a
right
kid.
mind would make you think you could perform a C-section or whatever? I mean,
Right.
At
it's
that point,
mind-boggling.
if they didn't care that they killed Rebecca, they wouldn't care. Do you know what I mean? They could just like cut open, just be like, oh, we don't care about Rebecca, but we care about the baby. So do whatever you can to save the baby, but not necessarily Rebecca. So you don't have to do it like the proper way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, if they're gonna cut the baby out of her, they probably thought they were gonna kill her. They're not gonna leave her alive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's too much
Yeah.
baggage. But they could have the
Exactly.
baby. No one would
Yep.
people would know. Like, people that think they're gonna do this and get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, even if somehow the baby were to live and they were not going to get caught, they could say like, "Oh, Rebecca had a mental breakdown and she ran away. She didn't want the baby no more." Blah 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 blah. Like that would still raise questions to a lot of people.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You know, so I don't know what their thought process was, but one way or another, you're gonna get caught.
Absolutely. Yeah, and
What a tangled web.
a super tangled web. Yeah, and as stated before, they are presumed innocent until proven guilty. There's a lot of damning evidence against them, and only time will tell what happens when this goes to court or continues through the judicial system. But the Rebecca Park case is one of the stories that feels almost impossible to process, not because it's unclear, but because it's too clear. A young woman, 8 months pregnant, last seen with family, found dead in the woods. And the people accused of doing this were the people that were supposed to love her and protect her. This case is far from over, and we will continue to follow every verified development as it moves through the courts. For now, Rebecca's story deserves to be told with accuracy, care, and truth. And thank you for listening to Unusual Curiosity. Stay curious and stay aware. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.